Hi everyone, good afternoon. This is Suman Shirala from MagnaQuest Technologies. For today's demo, we plan to showcase the revenue settlement feature of EWAP system, which will allow the service provider to have automated revenue settlement with respect to your business partners. So for today's agenda, what we will do is we'll quickly walk you through giving you an introduction about what is EWAP, and then I'll just hand over the session to Pranay Kaitya, who is our product consultant. He will walk you through the product demonstration and discusses about the benefits of our system. And lastly, we will handle some of the question and answers. So coming to the introduction about EWAP, EWAP is a wholly owned subsidiary of MagnaQuest Technologies. This organization was established in the year 1997, and it offers a billing and a CRM and service fulfillment solutions to convergent service providers. Our organization has more than 300 employees worldwide, and we have our R&D facility based out of Hyderabad, India. We do have our subsidiaries in Malaysia, USA, and UAE. Coming to our experience, we have nearly 150 plus satisfied customers, and we deployed our application in over 25 plus countries across 5 continents. And there are a lot of installations being handled by us in multiple business models and networks, and we proved ourselves as one among the strong players in medium to large customer segment worldwide. Coming to our customer base, we have our customers under the infrastructure as a service list and also software as a service and on-demand service providers. To let you know some of our examples, we have one of the world's leading top 2 data center as our customer, and then Dimension Data. Sai Infosystems are some of the leading data centers in the world. Apart from that, we have a SaaS and on-demand service providers. The Economist, 22nd Century Media, AVfinity, PeopleAdmin, these are all the service providers who provide or offer their applications on software as a service business model. Next, I would hand over this session to Pranay Kaitya, who is our product consultant.
Thank you, Suman. Hi everyone, this is Pranay. I work as a product consultant with MagnaQuest Technologies Limited. So for this demo, we plan to showcase you the revenue settlement feature of our system, which allows you to have automated revenue settlements with your business partners. So many service providers have business partners, as it gives an opportunity to grow the customer base and also improve your business. And today we will talk about 2 types of partnerships. One is a sales partnership with resellers, who actually resells your products on behalf of you and also increase your service visibility. And then other type of partner is technology partners, where you utilize the services offered by your technology partners to deliver your services to your end customers as a complete solution. So you need to have revenue settlements with both these kinds of partners. So let's first see revenue settlements with resellers. So before moving on to our system, let me show you the pictorial representation of the revenue settlement flow. So here we have the reseller. So first kind of partnership, who will be selling the services or resells your services to the end customers, and you need to have revenue settlements with resellers. And other one is the technology partners. So you will be utilizing the services from these partners and sells the service to your end customers. So here you will be selling directly to your end customers, and for each sale made, you need to settle or pay some amount back to the partner for utilizing his service. So these are the 2 different flows, and let's first see the revenue settlement with resellers. So let me bring in our application. So this is the login interface of our system, the billing system, and let me log in into the system as the super user. So once I log into the system, I have a list of modules to the left hand side. You could see a list of modules, and so this is the application where you as a service provider can define all the services that you want to sell to your end customers, and also the resellers. You can create the resellers who will be selling the service, who will be selling your services to the end customers, and also the technology partners and the settlement values. So all these definitions can be done in our application. So let's see where to define these. So let's assume that you have an application called CRM which you are selling on a SaaS model. So let me pull out the interface where you can define this CRM. So we provide you a module where you can define the list of services that you want to sell to your end customers. So I am trying to pull out a CRM plan which was defined in our application. Yeah. So here we see a service called a CRM and SaaS model. So you define the service in the price plan interface, and then once you have defined the price plan, then you go to the operational entities module where you can define the resellers. So we have defined a plan called CRM. Now we are to define a reseller. So I am pulling out a reseller that was predefined in our system. So here we have a reseller called as Cloud Apps, and here you can see the entity type has a reseller, and you have given him the privileges like he can sell the services. So once you define the price plan and once you define the reseller, we move on to an interface where you can assign the privileges to your resellers for selling the service. And this can be done through price plan interface, the interface which we have seen previously. Yeah. So this is the interface where we actually define the plan, and also here we have under operational entities we have Cloud Apps. So this was actually registered as a reseller. So by checking this box, you can actually give the privileges for these resellers for selling your CRM. Similarly, let's assume you have a financial accounting system. If you also want to give the privileges for your reseller, so similarly, if you want to give the privileges for your resellers for selling the financial accounting system, here we can see the service financial accounting system and the privileges to this Cloud Apps, which is a reseller. So we have seen the plan definition and also the reseller definition and the privileges for reseller to sell your service. Now let's see the settlement rules. So what would be the commission or the settlement value which you will be giving to your resellers for selling the CRM and financial accounting system? So we have a settlement rule mapping interface. So let me pull out the rules which we defined in the system. So we do support revenue settlement in two different models. One is based on the number of sales made by your resellers, and the other one is amount of revenue that was generated by your resellers. So now currently we are seeing the sales count based settlement rules. So URS is an reseller called Cloud Apps. He can sell financial accounting system, and the settlement value is sale count. The rule name is. So let's see what is the settlement value by just clicking on this view button. So here we can see the slab, settlement value slab. So for 1 to 5 sales made by your reseller, he will be given an amount of $10 per each sale. and from 6 to 15, $15 for each of the financial accounting system service sale. So this is based on sales count. Similarly, we have sales amount or revenue model. So here we have another service called CRM, and this is the same reseller called Cloud Apps. This is the code for this reseller. URS is the code, and now we have a settlement rule called sales amount. We can see the values by clicking on this view. So for $1 to $500 of revenue generated by Cloud Apps, the reseller, by selling the CRM, you will be giving him an amount of 5%. And for 501 to 1500 amount being generated, you will give him a 10%. So this is the definition part of the settlement rules. And all these values, I mean the settlement slabs can be defined through, here we have a settlement slab interface. So once you define all those slabs, it will be displayed over here, and you can select the respective tab, respective slab. So once you give the privileges to the resellers for selling the service and also define the settlement rules, let's assume that a sale has been made, and let's see how the settlement values were being generated, or how the settlement is done between the service provider and a reseller. So we have different entities. We selected operational entity, and here we have a list of resellers, and we select Cloud Apps. And select the date for which you want to see the settlement values. So this is a settlement register where you actually see the list of, the value of settlements. So for the CRM on SaaS model, the settlement value is 10%. So actually the amount generated was $1,116. So 10% of that is $111. And the other one is financial accounting system, which is actually based on sales count. So let's assume that there is only a one sale being made by your reseller for a specific period of time. So the settlement amount is $10 per each sale, and this is the respective amount. So we have seen revenue settlements with your resellers based on sales amount and also the sales count. So this is one kind of partnership which you have with resellers, and our system support you to have automated settlements with your resellers. Now let's move on to the other kind of partnership called the technology partners. As I said, you will be utilizing the services from your technology partners for delivering your services to your end customers. So let me show that with an example or a use case. So let me pull out a service. So let's assume that you as a service provider were selling, you want to sell a service to your end customer. So actually that service consists of three different components. One is A. service, one is B. service, and one is C. service. So let's assume that this service has three components and you want to sell it to your end customers. But let's assume you have only one component of this, only C. service, and you don't have A. service and B. service. So then you look out for a partner who will be actually providing these services, or who is actually offering these services, and you get into an agreement with these partners for utilizing their services. So so that you can complete the solution set and deliver the same to your end customers. So let's see how you can actually gather this A. service and B. service from your technology partners, and then how the settlement values goes on. So similar to the resellers, we also have a partner management module. Under this, we have different interfaces where you can create your technology partners. So this partner interface is the one where you can define your technology partners. So once you define the technology partners here, you need to map the service with the technology partners to make sure or to define which partner is providing which service. For this we have a mapping interface. Let me pull out the interface. So I will show you how A.service and B.service with the respective partners mapping will be done. So we have a settlement partner service mapping. So under this we have different services. Under service ID we have a drop down. So let me select the drop down. Once you select the drop down, we have a list of services. Let me select A.service. When I selected A.service, so we have a partner ID. So I actually mapped, it's a predefined one. So I mapped A.service with a partner called BSNL network. That means you are utilizing A.service from BSNL network. Similarly, let's see the B.service. So here we see other mapping called ITI data center, which is offering B.service. So both the A.service and B.service mappings were done, and once the mapping was done, we movements module where you will define the settlement values for both of your partners who will be providing you A and B, the components which you want to include along with your solutions or service and deliver a complete set for your customers. So let me pull out the settlement rule. Yeah. So here we see the rule category has a service, and under that we have a service called C.service, which is with you. That means you own this service. But for B.service, you are getting it from a partner. And for each sale made, you need to pay some amount for your partner for utilizing his B.service, and that value would be $10 for each count. For each sale made, you will be paying him $10 in a slab of 1 to 100. Similarly, you can look out for A.service settlement rules. For each sale made, $10 will be paid for a slab between 1 to 100. So with these rules being defined, let's again pull out the settlement register. This time we will look at the settlement values with partners. So here we can select the entity as a partner, and then select the time period for which you want to look out or pull out the settlement values. So here we have a register. So here we can see that A.service was sold in this time period. 2 sales were made, and this is the partner code for BSNL. And for each sale, the value is $10. So the settlement value is $20. So let me pull out other values for B.service. So here we see that B.service also, right? So for B.service, it was made 3 sales for a specific time period. So here we can see the number of sales made, 3. So the value is 10 into 3, $30. So this is about the partner settlements or revenue settlements with your technology partners. So we have seen 2 different settlements. One is with your resellers and one is with your technology partners. And this settlement thing is automated actually. It's a one-time effort where you define your partners or resellers and do the mapping of services to your partners and then define the settlement values. So once you define these, our system will automatically at the end of a month or end of a quarter, as per your requirements, it will do the settlements and then push the cash to the respective accounts. So this is a brief overview of the settlements functionality of our system. Now let's move back to the presentation. The first benefit is no manual intervention. So as I said, it's a one-time configuration, and once you do the settlement values and everything, it will be working automatically, and the revenue settlements will be done. And with these strict rules, there will be no revenue leakages. And as I said, it's a completely automated business process. And also, our system is very flexible enough to support your business process. And also, our solution can support highly flexible and scalable business models and better control over the receivables. And also, it provides transparency for your end customers as well as for your partners or resellers. And hope you have enjoyed the demonstration, and we actually want to take the questions, but we don't have much time, and we were pleased enough to answer your questions. If you can send it to our email, and our email ID is mqindia@magnaquest.com. So please send your questions to this email ID and we will be answering you. Thank you for everyone for attending this demo.